record. It just host. Wonderful. Okay. So, good morning, good afternoon, dear viewers, friends, and colleagues. Welcome again to the channel Innovative Sustainability. And today we have Dr. Sarmad Hanif joining us from Dubai. And he will be talking about the One Health and sustainability, giving a global view, what to focus on, and the topics that please for to bring awareness what has to be done and what we're facing as the generation to work on so that the earth can be inherited by generations to come in a good shape and as a good house to live in. So just a brief introduction. I know Dr. Sarmad was already on this channel. Some of you probably seen his video. But just a brief introduction. So he got his PhD, the biochemistry, at Ali Gulf Muslim University. And then he was working different positions, starting from consultant at Riyadh Techno Valley, then as research associate in All India Institute of Medical Science in New Delhi. Then he had a progressive positions from associate scientist all the way to senior scientist in Hillman Labs. And then he was joining Technivention Life Care, first as the senior scientist and then a strategy consultant. So, Dr. Sarmad, welcome again. Thank you for coming into the channel and bringing interesting topic. Very difficult to tackle, I imagine, but nevertheless, everything starts with awareness. And so we need to see and clearly identify what we all collectively need to work on. So the floor is yours, please begin.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marina, for giving the kind introduction. And I'm glad again to come here and give a presentation on a very important topic. And I'll start the presentation maybe.
Yes, of course, go ahead. I know you have slides, so let's go through them.
Yes. Can you see my presentation, Marina?
Yes. Maybe make it large, like a full screen, or
Is it okay?
now it's good. Yes, good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. And hello, everybody. A big hello from my side. And thank you so much again, Marina, for inviting me for this important presentation. The topic is the global view of achieving sustainability, the various factors, the various sectors which are involved in it, and how they are interlinked. I'll be speaking on that and giving you an example how this can be achieved with the efforts. Thank you. So now going on to the first slide. This is about sustainability, and it has three pillars, very important pillars. And all three of them, that is the economical, social, and environmental pillar, they are interconnected and giving you very important information in terms of, tangible outcomes. So how these three pillars, they lead to sustainability and how they are interlinked is written at the bottom of the slide. That is, if we link social with economic pillar, we have equitable solutions, be it for health, be it for anything. We have to have equity in place. How this can be achieved is that we have profits which are shared fairly and the opportunities are accessible to all. Opportunities means everything in terms of each and every opportunity which is required for life, good health, good resources, positive climate, the good ecosystem. Opportunities should be accessible to all. How social and environmental pillar is interrelated, that is, it gives you a bearable environment, taking into consideration both social and the environmental pillars. That is, the living conditions are healthy, the environment is protected for all. Now this is very important. Health for all of us is very important. I would say health is wealth. And then environment has to be healthy in
So
order
true.
in order
So true. Mhm.
yes, in order for us to be here, we have to be healthy, and our environment has to be healthy, so that a bearable, that atmosphere is there for the living conditions for all the kind of, living organisms. How economic and environmental pillars are related, this is also very important, because economy, profits, businesses, they are important for the prosperous economies, for the nations to prosper. And how they are related, we need to have business models which are profitable, because they use resources efficiently, that is giving us a viable model.
Okay.
See, remember, we have all the resources, but they are limited
Yes, they have
in
a
terms of
like
the planet we are having.
true, true.
Yes. So all the resources should be utilized in an efficient manner. We owe so many things to the nature. We should give them back. And in that way, circular economy will be there. And side by side, profits will be there with a good business model, which will make the whole system viable. This is how the three pillars are important, and they are interrelated, giving us sustainability. Okay. So now coming on to the next slide, this speaks about the sustainability and how the sustainable development goals are related to each other. See, in the last slide, it was social, environmental, and economical pillars. Now, if I put up the various SDGs, sustainable development goals, which are connected with the social pillar, with the environmental pillar, with the economic pillar, we have different SDGs. For example, you have for the social SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10. In the same manner, you have different SDGs associated with the economic pillar and the environmental pillar. If I take one example, see the social sustainability, which has SDG 3, that is good health and well-being. That is very important. Social sustainability leads to good health and well-being. But then how this social sustainability is related in terms of or interlinked with different SDGs, I would connect it with the economic sustainability having SDG 9. It may be connected to other SDGs also, but then this is a particular example I'm taking, that SDG 3 is there, that is good health and well-being, will will not only give good health to that person, but it will lead to the efforts he or she will put in the economy, making the nation prosperous. That is, industry will thrive, innovation will be there, and very good infrastructure will be there. So this is how you can connect that all these SDGs are interconnected to each other. You have one, automatically you will have a positive impact on the other SDG. So I hope I
Very
was able to explain it. Same.
Yes,
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 in
you just bring me
manner.
thoughts that, people, I know several countries, they usually assess this happiness index, I believe. I think that brings that, interconnection. It looks very strange, like why it's important, but this is well-being. So person who is healthy and in a good mood, so to speak, they tend to be creative. So innovation is there, industry
Yes,
is there, is willingness to contribute starts with family, of course, to succeed with a family, to, meet all the needs, but at the same time, link to society, because at some point we saturate it so we can bring beyond our families to other members of society. So that's very, I think, key point. So thanks for illustration
Yes,
that
very
again.
important actually. And apart from the physical well-being, I think mental well-being is extremely important for the productivity. You will be creative when you are having, mental well-being apart from the physical well-being. So that is also
Yes.
very important. Yes. So now going on to the next slide, which is about the circular economy, why this is important and linked is that it has different pillars, speaking about the equity, transparency, and creating resilience. Starting from the materials, one of the pillars of the circular economy, the materials which we are using in the economy should be recycled at continuous high value. Recycle of the material should be very important. We should not create waste. We should take from the waste, put it back in the environment in terms of the renewable kind of stuff, or the recycle should be there. Now the energy should also be based, the pillar, the basis of energy should be on the renewable sources. Coming on to the water, water is extremely important. We all know that. And water is extracted at a sustainable rate and resources recovery is maximized. Now, for water, I just want to give one example that desalination is done to make the ocean water drinkable. This is there, processes are there, and people are doing it. Now, the other part is about the taking salts and being utilizing these salts from the ocean, which is known as brine mining. That is also basically creating sustainability. In the salts which are being taken up, they are used for different things. Like, for example, lithium is used for some of the things for the batteries or in the automobile industries. All these things are used. So this is how you create sustainability with the mindset in the mind, mindset that we have to return back and utilizing all the whatever possible resources are there. Now, there should not be losses to the biodiversity. Biodiversity it includes all the living organisms. They should be enhanced and structurally supported. Society, culture should be maintained. Society should be having, all the health. They should be prosperous. And how they can be prosperous once they have all the resources in place which are needed for good health or which are needed for the productivity. And that is actually related to circular economy. It is not related to the linear economy, which maybe we were following earlier. Now it is about the circular economy. Health and well-being, that is very important, as I discussed in the last slide. Now, creating value. The value here is not about the financials or the profit we are making from the business. It is much, much, much bigger than that. I may not be able to map it in terms of, any kind of, giving you a quantity, but then the creating value to the society, creating value to the ecosystem, creating value to the environment is huge. And then the environment will return this back. How we can do it? I have written on the right hand side that we should stop waste. We should consider waste as a resource, take things back from it, and recycle them and use it again, giving back to the environment, making them useful so that sustainability is achieved. Take, make, waste. We have to transform that. We have to circulate the resources. What it will do ultimately, it will regenerate nature. Nature is extremely important to us. And again, I'll say that we owe so many things we have to give back to nature to tackle the climate change and the biodiversity losses. You people may be aware that there is an increase in the temperature, I think more than 1 degree, or I think 1.1 degree centigrade. This can lead to so many problems. For example, if I say that the harmful pathogens like E. coli is thriving because of the
Yes.
climate change.
And also
Yeah.
the
So
yeah, many things like affecting marine cultures as well. species. Yeah.
marine culture,
Mhm.
affecting the humans also. So we should see that how we protect our climate, how we protect the biodiversity, uh, having minimal losses. So this is about circular economy and how we can work on that, giving us the best options for sustainability. Now, the next slide, this is One Health. What is One Health? Actually, One Health is having three areas which are also interlinked, interconnected. That is of human health, environment, and the animal health, and various other subsets or the various categories related to the human health. That is the social determinants, the population movement. You can see that movement has increased so much. People are traveling from one part of the
Yeah.
other. This has effects on the human health and how we can protect our health. This thing should be kept in mind. Climate change is there, water pollution, air pollution, deforestation, biodiversity losses, all those, they are related to the environment. But then they are not confined to the environment, they are affecting the human health, they are affecting the animal health. Now, if I come to the animal health, what are they causing? There are disease vectors causing diseases like, malaria. Then you have
Mhm.
intensive livestock farming. That is also creating problems where you can have processes in place which will minimize the losses or minimize the negative impacts it is having on the human health, on the animal health, and on the environment. The antibiotics, antimicrobials, which are causing the antimicrobial resistance, they also should be kept in mind always. There are genetic elements present which are causing the antimicrobial resistance. That also be kept in mind, and infrastructure should be built so that we identify and minimize the antimicrobial resistance by having newer antimicrobials. Now, food security and diet, they are also very important. By the way, all the categories which are related either to human health, environment, and animal health, they are basically interrelated and interconnected, and they lead to sustainability.
You're bringing
And
huge topics, honestly, huge. And even on the previous slide, I just wanted to say that when you said stop waste, I think it brings a recollection of a video we recorded with Ricardo Martinez Villegas from Terra Industries, Terra Bio, that they consider the concept that you don't call it waste. You started, for example, to use barley before you call it waste. It's still your in process or raw material. You transfer this raw material to another entity which can further process it. So that way you just even don't get to the level of waste. You say it work in
yes,
progress and collectively work together. And he also talks about sharing the profit. So I think you had on the not the previous before that was the slide SG1. I think it was a target, no poverty. How we create no poverty is so hard. Every nation faces it. It's really hard. But if we create from that different opportunities, that means jobs. And so materials kind of bring material processing brings to jobs. So this different type of jobs can pull more people into that and create space for them to climb out of the poverty and get a chance for different for better life. So I think you bring in huge topics, and this is something again. I think to the viewers, it's awareness. This is what we're facing,
yes.
what to work on, and together. And of course, one person cannot do it. It's really, I think, the call for government entities to work together with industry and different social entities to come together, because this is a huge topic, but it's a survival for humanity and future of next generation. So sorry I interrupted. I just wanted to comment because
No,
this is really, really big topics.
no, no, this is very important, Marina. And what brings to my mind when you were discussing is about I'll give you a very good example. When I was working at, tech invention at Faridabad, India, We were there. There was a startup by the name of Dharaksha Eco Solutions. What they do is that they take the agricultural waste and put these mycelium mushrooms or these mushrooms inside that. They eat it, and then they have these packing materials which cannot, which is kind of, it is like biomanufacturing. And what,
Mm.
apart from creating a positive impact on the environment, they are also creating jobs, what you said. So that is
Creating
also
jobs, right?
important.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's like biodegradable, right? It's a material which is natural, so it's
giving
not
profits not only to the main person owner, yes, working against poverty.
something is
It
yeah.
will eradicate to an extent. I'm not saying all, but then to an extent, it will eradicate poverty. It will give livelihoods to the to so many families.
Yes, I
So this
think
is a
it all
very good
starts with
example, and
baby
thanks you brought
steps.
this up. And okay, so now for
Yes.
baby steps,
Yes,
yes,
baby
and
steps to
then
go forward with, yeah.
all these
Hmm.
things will accumulate and yes. Now, in the summary,
Yes. Hmm.
four very important messages in the top that sustainability should be our ultimate goal. One Health, if I say, needs scientific approach for achieving it. Although there are many other, policy makers, global advocates for One Health, they all should come. But then scientific approach is also very much required to achieve One Health. Global health security is an immediate protection which we require. We need global health security in place for all. Circular
Yes.
economy, what I will say is the engine that keeps it running. This is very
Yes,
important.
it
Now,
is
the
important,
line
yeah.
which say,
Yeah. Hmm.
yes, now the line it says that these are not separate fields, all four of them, they are interrelated. They are interlocking strategies designed to manage the risk and resources of a finite planet. And remember, please remember, we have finite resources. We don't have infinite resources in the planet. To make our generations and the generations to come to see that the generations are in a better position, we should start working, and we are working, but then more and more efforts, more and more collaborations at all levels are needed. I cannot give you so many examples. I'll give you one example which speaks about the collaboration and what it could do and what was the impact of that collaboration. There was a vaccine. We all know that vaccines are very helpful, they are powerful tools. There was a vaccine made against for this Neisseria meningitis serogroup A. That was meningitis A vaccine made by Serum Institute of India, which was by the name of MenAfriVac. This was basically a collaborative project involving PATH, CBER, Serum Institute, and various other entities. All, and this was across, different. They were in different geographies. Serum Institute in India, all the
Pathways
other
in
organizations in other
US,
part of the world, they came together. They came together because meningitis A was a severe problem in the African meningitis belt. After the introduction of this vaccine in 2010, what happened is during the course of time, there was a reduction of 90% more than, and somewhere you can even, somewhere it is written that it was 99% reduction in the meningitis A cases. So see,
yeah.
what is the power of collaboration, how you can do it. And the last line, which is Men AfriVac, demonstrates the remarkable power of vaccines as public health tools and what can be accomplishment when need. There was a need. When need becomes idea and it becomes an action. And how this was achieved, then there may be so many other things, but what I see is that collaboration.
No, I
People
think you brought the
collaborate.
key for solution. It's collaboration. It's different groups
Yes,
coming
yes,
together, whether it's government or
yes.
industrial
Government.
or semi, like different funds, social groups. Really, it's coming together to tackle something. And in the scheme of global things, it would be appeared as a small step, but in fact, it's an illustration how this small step can come together as a network to tackle the problems. But I know there is signaling me that we have few minutes left. I think it's great presentation from the perspective of bringing awareness, putting it all in one, maybe few slides, but a very difficult issues to tackle. But nevertheless, we all have opportunity to look at it different ways and approach different ways. But I think you said the key thing, collaborate together. This is very important, and I think this is key message for the viewers. Awareness first to know what to work on, but through collaboration, I imagine this is when the how comes in, what like the steps, how you can do it and how you can tackle that comes from this brainstorming discussions, sometimes steamy discussions, but this is where the birth of innovative approaches like this Menafriwak can happen. Thank you so much. I think you disappeared from the screen for some reason. I don't see you anymore. Dr. Sarmad. Okay, something is probably internet not working. So in the interest of time, I'll probably, yes, I think he's joining through different view. Yes, I think he disappeared for a little bit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm so sorry. There was some kind of, internet problem because
it's
of
okay.
that. I think this happened.
Thank you so much for great presentation. I think it's huge for awareness, as I mentioned. It tells us like what to focus our energy and see how each of us in our like own our small world, so to speak, in our profession, in our connections, we can tackle and have sustainability in mind and have approach considering circular economy because they can bring people into motion, and motion usually helps with jobs, with pushing
Yes,
like this man Afriwak is bringing people to health, like allowing it to stay healthy, and these healthy people can work and make profits for their country. So this is critical, and thanks again for your contribution, for your presentation today.
thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
Yes, viewers, stay tuned. We'll have more of those. I think this presentation really gives the picture of what sustainability is and how complex it is, and kind of a call, inspiration for us to think how we can contribute from our walks of life and start to going towards that goal. Okay, thanks for now. Bye. Looking forward
Bye.
to see you again soon. Yes, bye for now.
Thank you.